Now we can bias this motion and bias vastus medialis oblique. Do I get extra credit? By doing the quad set, holding in this position with the toes out. So I'm externally rotating, or I'm turning the toes out. And now I do the same motion, just hold the knee steady, and I lift. Now I'm focusing or biasing the medial quads. Right? A little bit harder, it is.
Much harder.
And then lastly, we can roll the toes inward. Internally rotating, yeah, you don't have a lot of motion that way. And do the same thing, and we're going to emphasize the lateral quad. The knees get very, very tiring.
Wow. This
Yeah,
is
that's much harder.
It is. It is.
So take the same thought process, and that's how you bias the hamstrings. It's the same thing.
Exactly.
The way you position it through the hip.
Excuse me.
It's the same thing.
So there is some controversy about this. Does it really strengthen the knee? Because you're working the hip flexor, but you are isometrically holding the knee in position while you're doing this, which is what we have to do in a lot of our activities of daily life, is hold a joint in place. These get very tiring. After surgery in college, one of my roommates had to do 100 of them with an ankle weight before she would be released to go back to playing sports from her orthopedic surgery. So all four of us would lie down on the floor and try to do the exercises with her. She was the only one with the weights on, the rest of us didn't. But we couldn't make it to 100 even without having surgery. So try these and see how many you can do.
How far did she have to go? Did she have to go?
Just even, yeah, just even, not any farther than that.
100?
100, but I'll oftentimes have patients do 10 in neutral, 10 each direction, and by the end of 30, they're spent. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. So I encourage you to all to try all of these exercises. All right, and then single leg stance, co-contraction. Hey, here it is again. Single leg standing. So I'm contracting my quads. I'm contracting my hamstrings at the same time. I've got a little bend, and I'm trying to balance. And then we can progressively make this harder, there we go, by changing our floor surface. So I'll usually have patients start in their shoes on the floor, and then you can work them up to a pillow, or even just without their shoes on, because without their shoes they're not going to have the same support. So I'll have them on a pillow, or even a couch cushion. They throw down one of your couch cushions and stand on it. And then we've got these types of pads that are an Airex foam pad, or the Dynadisc, or Sissel discs that have air in them. Yeah, definitely.
Would you ever use the whatever those are called, bocce ball or whatever?
The Bosu balls, absolutely, absolutely. But those are going to be more advanced. Those are going to be your high-level people, because either way you do those, it's much more challenging, and that's going to work the entire kinetic chain.